Okay, so I saw this post on Twitter. It says, Before I Let Go by Maze and Frankie Beverly is officially platinum after releasing 43 years ago. And someone said, this is why sales will never equate to impact. And so I kind of just wanted to ask you guys, do you agree that sales don't necessarily equate to impact? Do you think that there's multiple things that kind of go into having that conversation and everything? And I just wanted to hear a whole perspective on that. And I kind of feel two ways about this. Like, yes, I don't think sales are the only thing that equate to impact, but I think it's kind of something that proves the impact as well, because you have the cultural impact, you have the sales, you have the touring, and so I think multiple things kind of tie into that. But I mean, on the head, they are right on the situation, because there's so many cult classics, especially in the Black community, and even just music at large. You look at a lot of artists, and if you look at like their top 10s or their top 20s, that's a lot of times where their biggest hit songs are. Perfect example of this is whenever I did a video and I was sharing my thoughts on Britney Spears's #1 hits, and that's on my channel, and I was noticing that there wasn't some cult classics on there. I don't think Toxic was there. I don't think Baby One More Time is there, but these are staple Britney Spears songs. Like, if you were going to go and play one of her songs and everything and just have something to jam out to, or when you're asked to Britney thinking about her most iconic songs, you're going to think about those songs. And so those weren't even on the list. And like I'm kind of already saying, the Black community, like, this is a very prevalent song there. And, you know, we can look at plenty of artists in the Black community as well. Look at Mary J. Blige, for example, and everything. She literally has one #1 hit with Family Affair and everything. But you look at, you know, her other songs that were successful, such as Be Without You and everything, I Can Love You with Little Kim, etc. And, you know, top 20s and everything like that. And there's a bunch of stuff that it wasn't necessarily #1 on the chart. It wasn't necessarily platinum, or it took a long time to get to that point, but it's something that is still beloved by a lot of people and everything. And, you know, that's where the term cult classic comes from. Yeah, but I mean, there's plenty of songs that I love and albums that I love that, you know, aren't highest certified and everything, but, you know, it has its fan base and we enjoy those things. And I think it's also a conversation for sure, just kind of talking about the whole thing with getting your record certified and everything. Because a lot of people don't know this, but you actually have to pay to get your record certified. Labels just don't certify it and stuff like that. And so that's what you'll see, like, whenever artists leave their label and stuff like that, then their stuff stop getting certified because the label has to pay for that to be certified and everything. And, you know, there can be disagreements with the artist and things like that. So, you know, certain artists have these big albums and you think, oh, it must be platinum by now, or it must be a diamond album by now, but it's not certified because of an issue with the label and stuff like that. And so I think this is something that we've seen with Mariah Carey's debut. It should definitely be diamond at this point, because it was certified 9 times platinum in 1999, and that was before I was even born, over 20 years ago. So it should definitely be diamond at this point, and they should certify it already and everything. So they haven't certified that. Taylor Swift 1989, I don't think that's been certified diamond, but that has to be a diamond album right now. So I think that that's point as well. And then it was another thing of, like, back then, I think it's like the 60s and stuff like that, they weren't as good about counting sales and having good verification checks in place just to make sure that every single sale was counted and everything and done in a timely way. And so that's why it took a lot longer for some people to get certified and stuff like that. And then some stuff kind of becomes hits, you know, all these years down the line. So that has something to do with it. So I think it was in the 90s, around the time when, like, Mariah debuted and stuff like that, that's when they started to use SoundScan and stuff like that, I believe, to track things, and that's why we see things sped up. But I think it also depends on the time as well. But I think that there's so many ways to kind of equate to impact. I don't think that charts or platinum or diamond or all these things necessarily equate impact. I think it's nice to have a diamond single. I think it's nice to have a #1 hit on Billboard Hot 100, but it's not the end all be all. There's plenty of songs that went diamond, albums that went diamond, songs that, you know, were huge, and I'm just like, why was this a big song? Like, I don't really necessarily get the appeal of it, and it just did what it did. And some things are kind of moments for that respective time, but you go back and you're thinking about it now and it doesn't make it that now. So I think there's multiple ways, but let me know what you guys think, and also let me know what are some of your favorite cult classic songs and albums that you really happen to love that weren't necessarily the biggest on Billboard or IAA or whatever it is, and we can continue that conversation. But I thought it was worth having.